Marketing to women. It's big news and in the news. There's a good reason for that. Companies acting on this opportunity are seeing big increases in their sales and their profits.
Americans are going to spend $200 billion this year, $200 billion on home improvement goods. That's lumber, tile, hammers, chainsaws, you name it. The surprising fact is that 1/3 of that amount will be spent by women.
We're going to take a closer look tonight at marketing and women. Some of us were surprised to hear that the companies selling sports apparel have focused for years on selling to men but not to women.
So if you have to market to women differently, do you then admit that women are different?
Absolutely, you admit that women are different. I think that's one of the key things that's kept companies from marketing to women successfully in the past, is that for some reason, well, all of us thought 10 or 20 years ago that women and men were identical, but there have been so many studies in the last 20 years from all kinds of fields that show that, in fact, they are not.
It used to be that when something needed repair, the man of the house would get out the toolbox. But not anymore. As Victoria Racano reports, women are just as handy as men these days and saving lots of money because of it.
Is your car male or female? Never thought about that, did you? Well, somebody, someday, may have to.
According to marketing guru Tom Peters, American women spend $7 trillion a year. That makes them the single largest economy in the world. Behind American women come Japan and only then American men. Marti Barletta is a nationally recognized expert on marketing to women. Her groundbreaking insights on gender trends are captured in her popular book, Marketing to Women. Over the next few minutes, Martha will introduce you to some of the key differences that affect women's buying behavior and take you through examples that you may find applicable to your business.
Hi, I'm Marti Barletta, author of Marketing to Women. And I'm here to talk to you about how you can wring more bang from every marketing buck in your budget. It's a pretty big claim, I know. So let's see how you can make it happen. Let's talk about your top line, sales. Why is marketing to women the best way to boost sales? Sure, it's in the news a lot, but is it really that big an opportunity? Women control over half the private wealth in the United States, at least according to the Federal Reserve. And I'm thinking they should know. 1 out of 4 U.S. households is headed by a woman. She's the sole breadwinner. She brings home all the money. Now, in dual-earner households, wives out-earn husbands in 30% of them. And that's not to mention the additional 20% where the wife and the husband bring home about the same amount. Regardless of who's the primary breadwinner in a married household, the fact of the matter is it's the wife who spends, saves, and invests not only her own paycheck, but her husband's as well. Women lead the buying decision in almost every category, including a lot you might not expect. And this data is from the leading sources in each industry. 53% of investments, 55% of consumer electronics, 66% of computers, 68% of new cars, and a full 92% of residential real estate are bought by women. But if women are already the primary buyers in almost every category, where's the upside? Wouldn't you rather they bought your brand instead of your competitors? Now, let's turn to the bottom line, profit. There are 2 reasons women are more profitable customers. First, they're more loyal, which means they're more likely to stay with you and buy more product with less marketing. Second, if they like you, they will spread the word far more than a male customer. When you convert a male prospect into a customer, you get a new male customer. But when you convert a female prospect, you get a customer who is more loyal, more responsive to follow-up marketing, and perhaps most important, a brand ambassador who's actively recommending your product and referring her friends. I'd say that business case is pretty hard to argue with, don't you think? Still, as I give my presentations across the country, people often ask the following 3 questions. Is marketing to women going to feminize my brand? Absolutely not. In fact, a girly brand will send women running just as fast as it alienates men. The most effective marketing to women is transparent. Second, how do I fund this? Do I have to find more budget to do something additional for women? Not at all. What I'm talking about is getting more return from every dollar in your marketing and sales budget by shifting your focus to the customer who makes most of the buying decisions. As we saw a minute ago, that means women. Third question, will the product changes and marketing communications that I aim at women turn off my male customers? On the contrary, companies as different as Wyndham Hotels, Merrill Lynch, BMW, and Ford have found that when they did a better job marketing to women, their customer satisfaction increased among men. That's because when you meet women's more demanding expectations, you generally exceed the expectations of men. So by now, you've got to be asking yourself, why isn't everyone already marketing to women? Actually, lots of smart companies already are. And I bet you'd be surprised to learn the 3 leading industries are historically about as male as you can get. First, there's financial services, by which I mean banking, brokerage, and insurance. I'd say that really financial services is the leading edge industry in marketing to women today. And I think that's because they're in the business of knowing where the money is. Second industry is home improvement. Talk about a muddy boots and tool belts category, but in the past year, both Lowe's and the Home Depot attribute their recent strong business results to their focus on women customers.
If you want to shed new light on an old room, you can. If you want to learn something about color and maybe a little about yourself, you can. You can do just about anything. The Home Depot can show you how. Through an unmatched selection, the best brands, and an unbeatable low price guarantee. If you want to start from scratch, finish with style, and go from wondering how to knowing how, you can. The Home Depot. You can do it, we can help.
Now there's a paint can that's as great as the paint that's in it. The original Twist and Pour paint container from Dutch Boy. Easy to hold, easy to open, easy to pour. For a neat way to paint. The original Twist and Pour paint container from Dutch Boy.
The third industry is automotive, and here it's a bit of a mixed story. The corporate marketing campaigns show definite signs of a dawning awareness and indications of a certain amount of savvy in marketing to women. You'd think that with women buying the majority of both new cars, 68%, and used cars, 53%, not to mention handling 65% of the service visits, the whole industry would be focused on women like a laser beam. Instead, what I'm seeing is more like 100 flashlights wandering around looking for the customer, who's right in front of them.
I quit my job today.
I met this really cool guy on the internet. He's 30.
Life throws all kinds of curves. Fortunately, with its advanced safety systems, the smooth running RX is designed to better handle the ones on the road.
Hey Mom, you know that tattoo we talked about?
How you manage the rest is up to you. All for just $35,700. Test drive one at your Chicago area Lexus dealer.
All these leading companies are acting on the insight that women are their best marketing opportunity. They think it's the best way to get a good return on their marketing dollar. Don't you think you'd better take another look at it for your business? Does it require you to change what you do? Of course it does. Women buy differently from men. And for you to get the advantage you're looking for, you need to do 3 things. Recognize the opportunity. We've been talking about the impact on sales and profits. This is a huge opportunity and you don't want to get left behind. Second, refine your message. Women respond to different communication approaches and appeals than men do. And finally, refocus your media mix. From women's magazines to women's radio and women's television channels, there are huge opportunities that a lot of these industries are not taking advantage of. Look, This is not rocket science. It won't cost one dime more than what you're currently spending. And both right away and in the long run, marketing to women is absolutely the best way to boost your sales, your profits, and your return on your marketing dollar.